24 hours of programming. Here's some bullshit that happened somewhere today. We've got some footage here of the bullshit, which began just after 3 o'clock this afternoon, when residents in this neighborhood were shocked to see this fairly common thing happening. An attractive witness described the event in breathless terms.
I went to my window and I was like, whoa, there's some bullshit happening.
That happened right over there. I'm an older man, so you can trust what I say.
Authorities in special uniforms rushed to the scene to stand around while our cameras filmed them. Our reporter Keith Collins joins us now live from the scene of the bullshit through the use of expensive technology. Good to be with you again, Keith. We have a colorful graphic here that shows instances of bullshit like this are on the rise. Is that right?
Yes, although why is unclear. Some say it's because of one fucking reason. Others say it's because of some other fucking reason. I talked to this random expert on the subject who told me this thing you're about to hear him say right after he points at a piece of paper.
I feel 20
case, I want to find out at a level of 7. Okay, so I find that level on my graph, and I come horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. Now there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful. Thank you.
My apologies for the long intro and the delayed start. How are you doing? If you don't know who Mike is, that's Mike on the screen. He identifies as a black man that calls himself Benny Keys. Usually on Mondays, it's hard to tell. You know, he doesn't have a face or pants, so it's tough with this guy. But what he does do, though, is he hits the like relentlessly all day, every day. And everybody should be more like Mike, in my opinion. And I hope we can do that. The camera's all jacked up. Been doing a lot of work in the room. Hopefully the lighting is better. Doing a lot of reventing on the house. Look, Florida's booming. We might sell it. Not sure yet. But I could tell you across the street, the house is worth $300,000. Alrighty. Last time I checked, this one was worth $100,000 more than what I paid for it. Should have sold then. Florida's booming. I don't know what to say. Kid moved out. One of the kids moved out. Don't really need 4 bedrooms, so we'll downsize it a bit, make a little bit of pay the debt off, put some in the bank, or use it towards a deposit on another one. Not sure yet, but open to all opinions on it. That's for sure. What's up, checking? What's happening? This is not supposed to be like this. Alrighty. My bad on the delayed start. We got a good show tonight. It took me a while to hit this topic, but I'm glad that I waited. I want to break down this guy's contradictions. Talk about a couple things tonight. What's up? Dolly Bear's in the house. What's happening, Boomer Baby? I love to see all members in the house. Shout out to all the members. Man, smash the member button if you're watching. Mark is in the house. Mystical's in the house. Hope you're feeling good, Mystical. Hope you're feeling good, checking convictions. Amy Lynn's in the house. What's up, Amy? Red, I saw Red earlier. What's happening, Red? Haven't got to see your Aaron. What's going on, Aaron? There goes Red. So a couple things before we start. What's happening, Ro? A couple things before we start on this one. We're going to break down the shenanigans of this author. We're going to review him. I'm going to tell you who this guy is, why he's a walking contradiction, and why he wrote a book with, quote, documented facts, which is what he said on an interview that we'll take a peep at. A couple things right quick before we jump into the main title. A couple things. First and foremost, feel free to donate, and here's why. Mods, do your homework, do your job. I pay you good money. Wait, I don't have it open. Here's the deal. Feel free to donate. I'm not trying to make $1 million on the live, but this is what I am trying to do. I figure I'll just show you better than I can tell you. That's what the saying is. So here's the deal. I was going to make a parody today, but I decided to go live. It's been a long time since a white boy made a parody. Let's have a look at so I was going to do a parody today. I guess I can go ahead and tell you because I'm going to do it anyhow. Come on over here. What are you doing? Oh, it's up here. Okay, gotcha. So I was going to do a parody. Now, a couple things to tell you. This is why you should donate. All I have is a blonde wig. And the parody that I wanted to do was going to be on Zigster, the old Zigster, doing her fortune-telling tarot card reads. So I got the blonde wig. I got the skit down, and I'm ready to sell it, but I don't have the brown hair. So what you see on the screen here would be an Abe Lincoln, a.k.a. Benjamin Keys mask, which I would love to use. I have a couple ideas for that. But there's more. But wait, there's more. Then we got the old, I found a Don B mask, if you will. Now this one I would really appreciate. It's almost 50% off. It's only $15.99. Now this one I could really, really use. Okay, I could really use this one. But there's more now. There's more. It gets better. We got prayer garden all day with the prayer garden piece, all day. This one's only $10. That's all I'm trying to make tonight, y'all. I'm only trying to get a parody commodity, if you will. That's all. That's it. That's it. Once the donation goal is met, we can stop. Okay, that's it. All these items are. Where's the brown wig at? Bam, Zigster, the old Zigster. Hold on, where's she at? The old Zigster. It's the best one I can find on Amazon. It's only $10. It kind of looks out. I'll probably chop off the curls at the end. We know she's got split ends anyhow, but I'll probably chop the end of it off. But people, those are epic, and I need them to go with the collection. I'm going to do a post, and the post is going to be about parody ideas. I have not shot a good old parody out in a while, and I'm itching to do one. Have fun with those if you haven't realized. I enjoy them, actually. It makes my life happy. Now, listen, if you want to buy one, Mark, by all means, those are all cheap. I did the homework, and I'm not trying to raise $50 here. Listen, whatever I make on the YouTube channel, I usually put either behind me, around me, something with technology that you don't see, like the camera that I'm using right now. I do want to get a microphone. Meat Potatoes is the little money that I do make, I put it back to YouTube. It's not like I'm, showing this to the loan officer or anything like that. They can't anyhow. That row. Oh yeah, listen, I need checks. I can't. All I got is a blonde wig. I started doing the parodies without anything. But if I have the wigs to go, listen, here's the deal. I just need some wigs. I got a blonde wig. It works perfect for Betty. I can't do blonde with Zigster. If you ever noticed when I did the Ziggy parodies, I don't show myself. I just do the voice. And I pointed at the bones that she found or whatever else. But I could use that brown wig. I'll put it on, I promise you. Now, the Abraham Lincoln one, I'll so use. I got one right now ready. The Don B one, come on now. Serious, bald head and everything. So people, let's go. Cash App, White Boy Radio. I promise you, if you send it, this is not a scam. This is not a big, there's never been a YouTuber willing to raise $10 and someone called them out for that being a scam. Doesn't work like that. Anyway, let's get it going on. Members help, donations help, Cash App help. We got it out the way. All right. So let's make it happen. $10. If we don't make $10 on this live, then something's wrong. Members, Cash Apps, let's make it happen. If you want to order it for me or order one of those items, I'd be more than willing to be accepting. Okay, before we go into this idiot tonight, and I'm going to show you a lot of contradictions of his own self-character and his own words and why he wrote the book. Who is this guy? What has he said in the past? What's he posted? Everything. Reviews on the book. I'm going to break it down. But before we get there, I did a video on Upchurch. I made a community post, and Upchurch commented on the post. He commented 3 times. First one, he said he'll take a lie detector test. He's not lying. When I brought up the point of it was something that he said, and I was saying, look, people, this is very big in the Kylie Rodney investigation. Either it happened or it didn't happen. I can't have a feeling towards that because it's something somebody said. $10 already, checking convictions, met the goal. All right. Here you go, buddy. Checking always comes through. We love checking convictions. Somebody drop our link right now. Or you get timed out. Thank you, Amy Lynn. What does that mean? Does Amy Lynn do something? Oh, she did. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wait a minute here. Checking is a member for 15 months in the house. 15 months strong. That's what I'm talking about. Solid. Never complaining that the $1.50 hurts her. Never saying, hey, I can't afford it this week. Me and the hubby talked about it, and we got to button it up a little bit. Listen, we're tightening the bridge a little bit. What had happened was we can't stand the $1.50. Amy Lynn came through with the $4.99. I appreciate that. Thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate that. Look, we already have one product done. Up. At the end, we'll review which one's what's going to be. I'll put the options back on. What's up, Skunk? Might want to keep the house and use the spare bedroom. I've been thinking about that. It also had some discussion about maybe being a mother-in-law suite. So I'm not sure. I love this house. I love the location. I'm across the street from a park. But the market is good in Florida. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I want to do, but inflation is real. Everything's going up. Things are tight right now. If I'm going to be honest with my audience, it sucks when you say that right there. To be honest with your audience means that you're wanting to genuinely do that, but you're also opening yourself up for your haters. So that's why I think I speak for all YouTubers that you don't see that a lot. I don't care, but just understand that by me saying this, it opens myself up. When I got arrested, it's been some time. Yes, I know. You have to understand, I work. I don't depend on YouTube, okay? To be honest, if I didn't ask for donations to get a wig or something, we probably wouldn't get it. I'm not bitching or anything, but, I'm just explaining everything in real time. Thank you for everyone who just did that. But when I got arrested, man, we were doing good, I've been working for some time. I had money in the bank. I remember specifically talking to one of my subscribers and talking to them, and they were like, "Man, you had $10,000 in the bank?" I'm like, yeah. They're like, "Holy shit, I don't have that." And it's not a competition or anything, but sometimes it takes you talking to somebody about those things to open up the conversation to reinforce, like, damn, we were doing good. Not that they're doing bad, but just, I don't know. We had that. And then I get arrested and I had to pay for the bond and lawyer. And that really fucked us up financially. Now it's a week-to-week thing. You go from comfort to week-to-week. It sucks. Now, am I going to sell the house because of that? No, but my car is on its last leg. When you are living week-to-week, what does everybody do? They use their credit cards. They run their credit up. So I got mad credit card debt. The market is good. I don't need the 4th bedroom. If I do it now, I'd pay the loan off. I'd take the profit and be able to throw it down right on a new house as a down payment. Something brand new. I don't know. I'm not decided yet. This is my first house. It's a very huge accomplishment in life for me. I'm in the prison. a couple times. I'm not like, I don't have a lot of money, but if I have to be honest now, I look back at some of my friends that I grew up with and stuff, and there's not many who are doing some of the things that me and Noel are doing. And it's not a bragging thing. It's an accomplishment thing. I'm proud of that. And I love this house. I put hours and hours and hours and hours into fixing this thing up. And I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. One thing I've always been like with in life is, you don't want money problems, right? I tell Noel this a lot. Like, life is hard on itself. It's always going to throw you obstacles, right? And sometimes the getting is good. Like, you go through these periods of life where, like, a couple of years where everything is good. There's no problems. Everything is just A-okay. And then out of nowhere, bam, something happens. And it mentally affects you and it sets you back. And if you don't take advantage of the time that was good, right? You can't waste time. Time is the most important thing in life in general. And people will debate that, but there's no debating it. You can, people might say, well, no, love is. No. You can fall in and out of love 1,000 times. You can't live 1,000 years. Time. It takes time to get over a breakup and meet somebody new. It takes time to love someone new or to get over this thing. It takes time to heal when you're grieving. Time is the greatest thing ever. It's the most important thing in the world. Anyone who disagrees with that has not lost time. You speak to anybody who's ever lost time, and they'll tell you, you're wrong. I've lost years of my life. I've lost time. I can never get it back. Never. No matter what I do, no matter what I accomplish, I can never get them years back. And if you don't know someone who's lost time, well, then time really affects you when you lose a loved one, because now there's no more time. You have no more time with that person. And now you're beating yourself up. You should have spent more time. No one can ever change my mind about time. Time is the most important thing in the world. And there's no getting around it. Debate, time. Anyway, Ryan Upchurch commented. And he says that, couple things here, okay? He says that he'll take a lie detector test because he's got 7 witnesses and alibis in this video I made, I guessed that it was Doug. I just took a wild guess and said it was Doug Doug from AWP that came to your house and was freaking out during the Kylie Rodney investigation. I could see Doug doing that because I've been out around TBI. I've been around FBI and they do weird, spooky shit, weird things happening, covering a case for YouTube, Gabby Petito. And that was just a little tease of what Doug and AWP has probably gone through. So I said that in this video, but that's not, so he confirmed that it was Doug. And then he said it was around the time where someone in the news had got attacked with a hammer. Then he said, you are the only person to have seen it, who have witnessed, bring this up. Because he said it in his video. And I listened to this thing twice. So he leaves, someone got attacked in the news with a hammer. He confirmed it was Doug. He's got 7 witnesses that are his that are his bodyguards that just so happen to be ex-military. And then he said, the third thing he said was, the hell did he say the third time? The third thing, something else. But the meat and potatoes is, I was the only one to had listened to what he said, because in his video he said, if you want me to talk about this, comment below. But it went over everyone's head. Oh, white boy peeped it, put a video out, and I've been trying to get his attention for some time now. Finally, we got it. I appreciate, the support, but here's what I could tell you. During the Kylie Rodney case, there was someone high in the news that got attacked with a hammer. And if you remember this, if you follow politics like White Boy does, it was Paul Pelosi. Paul Pelosi got attacked with a hammer. There's body cam footage of this. It's very weird. We never got clarity from the media on this. The police are there. Paul Pelosi, which would be Nancy Pelosi's husband, is in his boxer shorts holding a drink, an alcoholic beverage. And the police body cam is showing you all this. They pull up, and there's a guy there who Paul Pelosi called the police on. And this guy, in front of the police, wings back the hammer and clocks Paul Pelosi right upside his noggin. And he fell down, knocked him out. The police rush in and get the dude, bring him to jail. People are like, what is going on? Nothing is said. Swept directly under the rug. Pelosi at the time, who was the Speaker of the House, now we have Kevin McCarthy, had wanted nothing to do with them questions. You might as well be asking Joe Biden about a laptop. So what do we know? We know nothing. We can only know what they tell us. The thing about it is, if you know who Nancy and Paul Pelosi are, they live in California, right? So I don't know. There's pieces to be put together there. Because what he said in the video was, someone from AWP came to my house and they were telling me that this thing has to do with some higher ups. And they started saying some names, and I thought they were crazy. I don't know. I'm just telling you that I caught what he said. I'm telling you that I pay attention. I know exactly who he's trying to tell me it is. But unless he's trying to have me put together a puzzle that I don't have the pieces to, that's all I can put together. Okay? It's a mind twister. Maybe there's a reason he's not telling everybody what the real deal is. And if he's not, I don't blame him. But you've got to be more transparent with us because, man, we're waiting. A lot of people like Ryan Upchurch. A lot of people hate Ryan Upchurch. It does not matter. This is about the Kylie Rodney investigation. And like I said in my video, it's very, if you hate his guts, okay, great. Let him speak. We're smart enough to decipher through a lie, right? Right. And if you support him, let him speak. Because this might blow something off the investigation. There's only two ways it can happen. So if you're with me on this, my suggestion would be to run over to that Kylie Rodney 1 year recap and comment, drop the video, tell us what's happening. Hey, let's figure it out together. That's just all I'm saying. Northern California, exactly. Do you know who's good at puzzles? I heard JSB is. Jody Sue Brown does not remember what she had for dinner last night. Doug who? Doug, I'm talking about Doug from AWP, not the one that put a broomstick on someone's anus. Wrong Doug. the Cool Dog. Another friend of the channel. He's commented it too. A couple times. We used to tag Doug a lot. Anyway, so we're going to get to this dude in here. What's up, Was? Okay, what is this? BK Law. What is this? Oh, that's actually a good one. Damn, the Cash App's banned off the hook. Okay, wait a minute. Very important. Very important. $25 from Row. Caught myself. Thank you very much. I also got another one. Thank you guys. This is awesome. Let me figure out who this is. Oh, Long Gone. Thank you, Long Gone. Donation from Long Gone. Very smart, Long Gone, how you wrote that so I don't say something bad. Thank you. I really appreciate that. People, we just got wigs. And Abraham, oh, this is going down. Thank you guys so much. Donations in the front, members. Thank you guys. I appreciate it very much. I'm gonna be putting up. Okay. I'm either gonna put a poll or a post about what parodies are next off the items that I buy. I need you guys to not only tell me which one to do, but ideas. It's on and popping now. It's on and popping. Ooh, I can get some shit now. I'm going shopping. Thank you. All right. So, yeah, honestly, thank you. I appreciate that. LA Leggett. All right. So, look, this guy that wrote the book. Thank you. Check him. Thank you. From someone who went down the rabbit hole of all this kind of crap. Put God's first. Take care of your family and learn how to survive in your own. So, I'm glad that you brought up God, because we'll be talking about God in this live. What's going on, Mr. Jimmy? Anyway, back to this guy who wrote the book, the author. His name is Steve Holder. And I have some things to show you guys. Mr. Steve Holder is an interesting human, and he is tagged in this video. He claims that Summerwell's parents are the, wait for it, prime suspects in this interview I'm about to show you. This guy has no receipts whatsoever. What I'm about to show you is very sad. What I'm about to show you is a man who watched tragedy pimps on YouTube and came up with an idea to write a book, The Ultimate Tragedy Pimp. Okay. Who did this guy watch, right, to make this video? Let me show you. I have some photos. I have a lot of things to show you tonight. Who did he watch? So the man, this guy, Mr. Steve Holder, the first thing that you need to know is what this is his YouTube channel. In 2002, we do podcasts. Well, here's how it says: I'm an author, defender of the Christian faith. Interesting. And a recovering politician. I ran for U.S. Congress in the 1st District of Tennessee in 2020. That's interesting because Diana Hirschberger, a Republican, happened to win in 2020. You know why she won? Because she lives in the great state of Tennessee, which is in the country, MAGA country, and she's a Republican. Mr. Steve Holder here has called Donald Trump the Antichrist. Well, I wonder why you lost your election when you're calling the leader of the Republican Party the Antichrist. But wait, there's more. Mr. Steve Holder has happened to watch He made a book on this family right here. On this family right here. But he's watching people that simply are very vile. Some have 0 teeth and 0 jobs, but 7,493 videos of Don and Candace Wells. Nothing at all positive. Claim that they're in gangs. Try to say that they are Crips and the Crip gang, when we all know they're nothing in either the Depends diapers gang or the big large white panty gang. That's it. But this guy's watching these videos from these tragedy pimps, people who have claimed to find bones, bone collectors, but they had found a wrapper of the candy Airhead that they probably ate, kicked it on the ground, and buried it with their shoe. They say you are what you eat. Not for me to judge. He's watching tragedy pimps. Some, speaking of gangs, turtle gangs and turtles. I like to refer to them as the Teenage Mutant Dope Smokers. But this is what he's doing. He's gathering his information from these grandmas, the Big White Panty Gang, the Menopause Squad, the I ate a shit sandwich looking face, the I'm constipated selfie, Karens. He's watching and he's writing notes. This guy's writing notes. Sidekicks that are mute, that align themselves with other tragedy pimps and get themselves kicked out of Section 8 housing. They were doing so good with their YouTube. They were making a few $100 a month when the rent's only $8, and they got all bills combined with food stamps. No shot if you're on food stamps. But I'm just saying, if one was on food stamps in Section 8 housing, no shot to either of those things. But I'm just saying, if you were able to apply and qualify for these things, and then align yourself with another tragedy pimp, and because of YouTube, you lost your qualification on both things, you have to be an idiot. But there goes Steve Holder with his notepad, and he's taking notes. He's taking notes. People who do a lot of weird things. I mean, this guy is literally referencing people on his book that do all sorts of weird things. I mean, all sorts of weird things. What's happening, folks? Like the bell, you know what to do. Listen, the problem is you people who watch Jonathan Lee Rich's Investigates, you keep coming over with the comments. You're observing information from somebody, and you're taking that information and you're debating, and you're coming over here with the negative comments because you now have information and you want to put it against mine. So I'm not going to debate you. I just want to show you who you're getting your information from, and I'm pretty sure after this, I will never get another comment from any of you people again. Have a nice life.
Hi, Jonathan Lee Riches. This message is for Dictator Adolf and James Holmes. I love you guys. I love you guys to death, and this is what I want to do to you guys. Use your imagination.
Okay, guys, do me a favor and please stick with me. I tagged the guy. And I'm also going to, moderators, please find me his church number and his email by the end of this live, because he will get this and he will see this, because he deserves to watch it. So we might have a little refresher before we do this, but I want him to feel the pain and the sting and the embarrassment of who he sourced his information from. That's why we're doing this real fast. And then I'm going to get into it. Imagine saying the same thing, prime suspect of somebody who's sucking a Coke bottle off, praising Adolf Hitler. But wait, you're a pastor. Oh, it gets better. Oh, it gets better. He's watching all these tragedy pimps, the schnoz on this guy. He's watching tragedy pimps, and he's in their chats. He's listening to the words that they say. He doesn't understand that the people are not only sucking Coke bottles off, praising Adolf Hitler, part of grandma white panty gangs, have no teeth, have lost Section 8 housing. There's also a few people he sourced his information from that he says are documented facts that have literally shoved a broomstick up someone's anus in a hazing event in groupthink with his other wrestling team, and had his father, who's a police officer, get him out of the situation. Steve Holder might get moron of the year. The guy has watched a lot of YouTube. This one I'm going to have no comment on. Just pay attention to the face. Actually, I do have a comment right now. I'm a little bit pissed off. Candace, when you watch this, I love you. I dedicate a lot of my time and a lot of my channel to stick up for you and your family. And it hurts me when I see you on panel talking to this guy. That's all I'm going to say. I'll take this up with you personally, but just understand that I'm letting it known live, keeping it real with my subscribers. You know how I am. It hurts me when I see you talking to this guy. This guy has hurt your family. This guy is continually to hurt women in real life. I understand that a lot of people don't stick up for you because the better thing on YouTube is to go against the grain and talk shit about you guys. It's easier that way, just like he has. But you do make it hard for the people who do stick up for you, who have burnt you, when you talk on a panel with him. Before this live started, a moderator of mine sent me a post. Before this live started, one of the reasons I started late was to make sure this was gone off findsummerwells.com. This was dated January 5th, 2022. Some think he is a wild man, but Benny Keys is truly a best friend of the family. That's all it took. I won't read the rest. And you won't be able to find this on findsummerwells.com. Because as soon as I saw it, I got instantly mad. And it's no longer posted. I do understand it was an accident. It was a memory post. But it's not there. So Candace, please, I'll leave it at that. Never again. But this guy, Steve Holder, is a tragedy pimp. This is what he does, people. He goes through the tragedy pimps one by one, Some have partaked into getting Don's job fired. This would be Gary Busey, aka Molly Golightly. Some dedicate themselves to, that's all their channel is. Hating on Don and Candace, making blue couch theories up, riding the cock of Chris McDonough. Now, if that's kind of a blurry picture, I could understand that. That would be Josh from the lab. If you've never seen him standing up, here's one of him smelling his own farts in his backyard. This guy, who's tagged in the description box, has literally went through all these people's lives. This one has Doug, and it says, having a small penis is a little hard. He has literally watched all these people's lives and decided he's going to write a book. Here's one of Bullhorn Betty and her four necks. Some would say in debate that there's cottage cheese under her chin. I don't know the answer. It is a little bit suspicious. It could be something from Area 51. I don't know what the neck is doing. They can call it an ocean. It can have waves, cottage cheese. I think what this is repetitive bullhorn extensions. As someone who works out, if I do too much benching, I might get stretch marks on my chest. When one is to use a bullhorn. Where's the bullhorn? If I do too much benching, I'm going to get stretch marks. I mean, just keep it real. You know, neck, 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 neck. And that's not including Jonathan, Dolly. You see what I'm saying? I'm not here to say if it's cottage cheese. I don't know what it is, people, but there's some type of neck problem there. But this guy, Stephen Holder, is watching Tragedy Pimps. He's watching Tragedy Pimps, but the main Tragedy Pimp I think that he watched was this guy. And Stephen Holder, the moron that he is, that's why I put the trailer up before the live starts. I'm not a lazy creator. I put trailers. No, you didn't accidentally hit a different video. It's the trailer for the live. And that was Chris McDonough doubling down. Steve, I know you're going to watch this. This guy on the screen who you source your facts from was sued by a family because he coerced and manipulated minors into saying they killed a child that they had nothing to do with. He was later sued for this. He doubled down and tried to debunk it. It is facts. I put the court documents out. There's a lump amount of money that he was sued for, him and his department. I believe it was $7 million. He didn't get sued for $7 million. His department did, and he got hit with an amount as well. But Steve, you can't be doing this. And I thought you were a pastor, Steve. I thought that you were a pastor. We'll get there in a minute. There's also some footage of we've never seen about the lab and Chris that we'll have a look at this. Now this is leaked footage. We'll have a peek at it, people. We'll have a peek at it. People are texting me left and right. It messes with my ADD. I'm going back to the comments. What are they saying? Didn't I just do this one? Yes, I did. What is this? Okay. I don't know. Okay. All right. What happened to Brenda? Share is puke. We'll get the. Ooh, I'm so glad that you said that. Because it was you checking, we're going to talk about it right now. Who is Steve Holder and where did he come from? Tim Mullins is in the house. Tim Mullins is on the screen right now. The grandmas, listen, people, the grandmas have came to a conclusion that innocent until proven guilty is Tim Mullins secretly. So we have been. Now, I did talk to Tim Mullins today, and that's why Benny Key's post is out of there. However, Tim is not innocent until proven guilty. I think it's funny because they're going to swear that I'm running some type of game right now, which is not the issue at all. Okay, real fast though. This guy, man, you have to understand. Now, this is a theory. They have theories about the wells, don't they? Here's what you need to know. Let me see if I can show it to you. I'd rather show it to you than you take my word. I mean, I don't care. My subscribers, I know if I say that you believe me, but for the people in the bushes, let me just see if I can get this to you. Hold on one second before I show it. So, do you have that picture? Can you try to find it for me? All right. Let me know. All right. It's on its way. So Steve Holder, where do we know him from? All of a sudden, his name is floating around YouTube, right? This is true crime. We sleuth. But who was the first person to talk about this guy? Was it Don Wells in the house? Check it. Where'd your comment go? What's going on? So Don, she's working on it. Check. Recomment that, please. I can't find it. Check. If there's something I needed to know regarding Mark, call me real fast or text me or something. Anyway, she just said something about share is what Check said. I had it on the screen. Can't see it. I'm looking for it. There it is. What's up, Donnie? What's happening? So this is what I want to tell you. I think I told you this before. We're talking about this guy, Steve Holder, and all of a sudden he comes out the blue. I'll have a photo of this, and thank God for the person who took the screenshot because it's not publicly available. We hear this person, Steve Holder, out of the blue. And who's the first one to talk about it? Cher. Which is interesting. Because this was about, when did the book come out? 2 months ago? 11 months ago. On a video that is not public anymore. Cher is in one of Steve Holder's comments. Y'all been talking for some time? Y'all been talking or something? This is the same person who best friends with Benjamin Keys. Nah, it doesn't matter that he's harassing all these women and gets arrested. No, he gets a wrench. Doesn't matter that he's shit all over the well. She has shit all over the wells. She has shit all over Quentin Simon's babysitter. It's just a play for the subs. It's the mind tricks. It's the games. Not on the white boy. not on white boy. I've done a hard time in an American prison. An American prison. This is an American case, and you can't run that Canadian game on me. So it's something to think about. The screenshot's coming, but why is all this buzz about this author happening? And you're acting like you even made a live talking about who is this guy? Bitch, you were in his comments 11 months ago talking about who is this guy. Oh, I'm going to show it. But who really is Stephen Holder? Like I said, he claims he's a pastor. And I never talk shit about a man of God. But I'm about to play an interview. We're about to break all the lies down. But how does a man of God, first off, at some point, I'm a Christian, but I don't call myself a pastor. I would like to get to the point where I can turn the other cheek and forgive like that. If I'm being real, it's not in my heart yet. I hold grudges. I'm petty, right? I'm being real. This guy's a pastor, but he's condemning and has all this animosity towards the Wells. Make that one make sense. There's not any other pastors in the United States writing true crime books about suspects. And no, there's not. He's also a Freemason. Now, make that one make sense. So just so I'm keeping track here, Freemasons, the Bushes were in Skull and Bones, a secret society. Okay? A secret society. What the hell is that? A secret society? I thought we're all equal, Pastor. What happened to that? No wonder, dumbass, you lost the motherfucking election. Who the fuck wants to elect the person? You're posting publicly you're in a secret society. We the people don't want that. We need transparency, dude. We ain't putting you in office. And then you call Trump the Antichrist? Nope. With shenanigans. Hell to the no. I mean, I don't live in Tennessee, but evidently it went like that. Evidently, they were thinking the same way White Boy was. This dude is out of control. Out of control. But what I want to do is show you this interview that he did. And break down more of his contradictions. Show you his book reviews. And we're going to get into it. This guy is all the way shenanigans. All the way shenanigans. Okay. Hey, I need the number. Give me the number because I'll call him live. You know I will. Somebody put the number in the chat. Email it to me. DM it to me. I swear to God, I'll call him. Debbie, real talk. I'm going to show you. Debbie, I'm not only going to show you he's a Freemason, but I'm going to show you how I gave credit to Kit. Kit has also covered this guy as an author. She's in the description. I'm going to play a part of her video where she shows a photo of this guy with the Pope. The problem is the Catholic Church does not accept anyone who preaches faith, aka priests or pastors, to be a member if they are a current Freemason member. Duh. You didn't tell the Pope that you were rocking Freemasons. What's up with all these old people? And by all means, people, I know the age who watches the channel. If you're old, I love you. No problems. But when you're old and you say that you're part of a gang, like a Crip or fucking the Aryans, or you're fucking pushing 70, talking about I'm repping Freemason, well, then there's shenanigans and I get to ride you. So if I'm talking about the bitch has 0 teeth, I know a lot of people have dentures. It's not you, but you're not doing a selfie on YouTube like this. So just let me get my rocks off. Stop getting all sensitive. God damn. Let's get into it. Let's play this shit. This guy is shenanigans. Don, have you seen this one?
U is for dictator Adolf and James Holmes.
Don,
I love you guys.
I'm going to send this to your probation officer tomorrow.
I love you guys to death.
Don.
This is what I want to do to you guys.
I'm going to make a troll account, and I'm going to send, hey, hello, my name is Jonathan Lee Riches, and I'm from Media. And I went to their motel, and I know that you got a lot of calls regarding this, but I've been doing a lot of good work. Please see this link. And I don't like Don and Candace. What do you think the BO will say to that one? Anyway, let's get into this. So let me show you this before I break down this live. Here's a little bit of Steve Holder, 39 minutes and 15 seconds. I was just talking about this, so I might as well show you now. Hold on. So here's Steve Holder. Shout out to Kit. Told y'all. There goes Mr. Holder with the Pope. A person who ran for office like a what dumbass. Steve, you're a dumbass. You post publicly that you're part of the Freemasons and wonder why you didn't make the election. Imagine being running. Imagine saying, "Hey, I'm a Freemason running for Congress in 2020." Like the Civil War's right around the corner. You're talking about you're part of secrets. That's just not going to happen. But then imagine that you forgot to tell the Pope that you were part of being the Freemason that you posted earlier, and then snagging a picture with them. And then imagine posting the picture with your Pope in the church that you're a pastor. Dude, if you don't stop.
Yeah, there's him and the Pope. I wonder if the Pope knows that.
If you don't stop, dude. Now let's get into the real Steve Holder. What do we got here? Let's go to this interview. Now, when I play this interview, a couple things I want to say. Before I play the interview, let's take a look at the reviews on Amazon. Steve Holder. I would give 0 stars if possible. He lost me at Candace Harper. Terribly written. This apparently wasn't a proofread or fact-checked. Total disappointment. Straight garbage. Do not buy. Number 2. Who the hell is Candace Harper? You did not literally write a misprint when you meant to say Candace Wells or Bly. You have 2 choices there. But you put Harper? Duh. I'm glad you didn't go to Congress, homeboy. Review number 2. It was all lies. Most of it verbatim from art and interviews, word for word. It's not really anything any of us is interested in. And then it cuts off. I got another one, though. There's another. Here we go. Let's check this one out. Number 3, do not buy. False. This is false info. The author is giving unconfirmed info and doesn't really understand case details. Boy, I can't agree with that more. Another review. Where did the author get his information? He does not have actual facts of the case. Names are not spelled correctly, leading me to think he does not have firsthand knowledge of these people. Law enforcement has not stated this author's words are what actually happened in the case. In my opinion, this author is trying to gain massive money off poor little Summer's disappearance. Shame on you, scumbag. Well, moving along. That would be reviews on his Amazon where you can purchase the book. Now let's have a peek at this interview I'm about to play. Of course, this is the person that's most important. But like many, this guy watched a lot of tragedy pimps on YouTube running a narrative. And he went on an interview that, to the credit of the people's channel this is, I have to say one thing. They don't know anything about the case. So I'm not writing these creators whatsoever. Okay? I'll put this in the description. I'll drop the link. So the name of this channel is going to be, if you want to watch this on the back end.
Ongoing investigation. Were you just here for the school or?
The name of this channel is going to be The Witching Hours. And unfortunately, whenever I share screen something, you see I hit the like, I'm giving it a down. And I'll leave a comment. Alrighty, so The Witching Hours. They got 38 subs. They got the guy on. Okay, I'll put this in the chat, but we're going to review it. Let me hit the comments. Copy and paste it for later. Do we have his number, Mark? Do we have his number? He is a weirdo, Mark, 100%. Innocent, where's the number at? Hold on, I'll call him. You guys want me to Google it? You know my ADD. Someone said, oh, there it is. Thank you. Okay. Oh, we're doing it right now. Thank you so much. We're doing it right now. Oh, we're doing it right now. It's going down. It's going down. Let me delete it. Oh, it's going down.
To my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. Now there is going to tell me how much I have.
Thank you for calling the Fellowship Network. We are currently closed. Our office hours are Monday through Friday from 9 to 4 Central Standard Time. If you would like, please leave your name and number, and we will get back with you once we return to the office. Please visit our website to join, renew, or just to check us out at thefellowshipnetwork.net. Thank you.
The person at extension 402 is unavailable.
Hey, my name is Benjamin Dwayne Lindsay. I wanted to tell you that you get the facts wrong on the Summer Wells book. Everything's wrong. You're watching a lot of tragedy pimps. There's people that are sticking broom up people's asses, people that are coercing minors to do murders that they're not. You have people that are finding them bones that are candy wrappers. You have people that are smelling old farts, grandmas that are white panty gangs. They have 0 teeth, 0 jobs, 9,405 videos of Don and Candace Wells. You have all types of stuff going on. Benjamin Dwayne Lindsay here, you know, it doesn't matter. I've been going in and out of jail 3 times for harassing people. I know you sourced my information too. Everything's wrong. But the thing about it is, I might be able to help you on your next campaign. I understand that you're a running Republican. Probably a bad idea to call Donald Trump the Antichrist. It's almost like a Biden move when he's falling up the stairs. Kind of stupid. But what I wanted to tell you is, I think I can help you out with the campaign. The best thing to do is probably not post that you're in a secret society. That's going to hurt the campaign. Another Biden move. But if you want to hit me back, my number is going to be all right, have a great one. All righty then, we got that one done. We got that one done. All right, moving along. Moving along. You, Don? All right, so let's have a peek at this moron, okay? This is him on this channel. Okay, this guy, these people, I post their link. They don't know the case. They talk about aliens and ghosts and shit. They don't even know anything that's going on. So they get a pass. But as I'm playing this and as I'm going through the timestamps and what the moron says, you can clearly see that you're watching a lot of YouTube right now. You're watching an interview, a podcast, but you're watching 2 clueless people that don't know anything about Summer Wells, but they're listening to someone who's watched all the tragedy pimps, and they're letting them, this is the person they're getting their information from. And you can clearly see how and why and where this case went on YouTube. You know, imagine these people found Summer like you found Summer, and probably went down the same route as maybe a lot of people have. Keep that in mind. So I'm going to play this. Did Don get a laugh out of that one? Hopefully he did. I put Benny's number, but I muted it though. I muted it. I put my number. All right, let's have a listen.
Yes, that was it. I did not live there. The Spirit of Truth Institute is located out in Richmond, and it's not a big school. It's a small school. Most people have not heard of it, but it's been around a while.
Okay, so, excellent. Yeah.
Hop, skip, and a jump up 95 for us.
Yeah. It's in our neck of the woods. So I was interested about that. So let's get to what we had talked about originally. I do not know a lot about this case of Summer Wells. I looked into it just a little bit, but I don't know really any of the facts or where we're coming from with this. So go ahead and tell us how you got interested in this case.
Okay. Now, excuse me. I just live about 50 miles from where this happened. So when it first broke out, and it started in June 15, 2021, and we heard on the news a story about a little girl who went missing in Hawkins.
Okay, give me a second, guys. Let me get to my notes. Give me a second, because this guy, he'll talk for 10 hours. So obviously, you can see he's on this interview. Let me get to the notes. So we're going to skip to 2555, where he talks about Don's sister.
I can't blame them at all. Now, according to Don Wells' stepsisters, they believe that what happened is he owed a big debt for drugs to some really high up, scary people.
Baby boomer, this was going to be on, this broadcast would have been 3 weeks ago. I put the link in the description. It's in the description. I'll also drop it in the chat for anybody who wants to listen to this shit after the live is done. This is a small channel. They don't do true crime. It's called The Witching Hours. It's about witch and ghosts and UFOs. No shame to them. And I'm not taking a shot at them because they don't know. They're covering something that, you know, they completely get a pass. I'm not gonna, you know, I don't want to do that. This is the guy that I'm you know, want to focus stuff on because he's making money off Summer's name and in the worst way off tragedy pimps. But here's the link. Let me hit some comments real fast. What's up, Chai? What's happening? Welcome. Absolutely. I'm glad that you make one. Good, Don. Good. I got skills to pay the bills, hon. Yeah, Don, stay safe. Oh, guys, look. I redid the chat emojis. You can now post your favorite tragedy pimps in the chat as we talk. I got Betty, I got Benjamin, I got JLR, I got Justice for Nobody, I got Gary Busey, I got I forget who else. I redid the emojis. So get the chat going with the emojis, people. Get them faces going. Because this guy's tagged and he's going to watch the goddamn video and he's going to know, he's going to feel real dumb. Wait, I wrote a book about this? Because we're going to have to inform him a lot. Imagine writing a book. Oh my God. This guy did not know about broomsticks. Oh my God. Oh my God. Please use the emojis.
And Summer was the way that he paid the debt.
Wow. So like he just gave her to these drug dealers.
Yes. Or child trafficking, whatever,
yes.
you know. And even to this day in interviews, and they both the parents have done so many YouTube interviewers with a lot of these wannabe detectives on YouTube. And a lot of times they were stoned or drunk or doing some kind of silly pranks. And, you know, it's really a bizarre story, and the parents are shady to say the least.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. So that's why a lot of people.
Okay. He's talking about Don's sister right now. I'm going to skip to 30 minutes and 19 seconds now. Pay attention because I want to ask the chat a serious question. You see what he's saying? I want to ask anybody in the bushes watches the replay. You get the question too.
Or yeah, you know, and the last thing you talked about too, I mean, that could make a lot of sense is the drowning. And then they could have been afraid that, oh, I was drunk and high and my kid drowned. I'm gonna go to jail for child neglect or whatever. So you know, that could be a way that, you know, they panicked and didn't want to report it.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's lots of things that could have happened, especially like you said, out in the, you know, we just moved, Steve. We were living out kind of in the foothills of the Appalachians out in Virginia, and so you know, you get out there, and you know, a lot of people don't know they live in the suburbs and they live in the city. But if you live in a rural area, you can do a lot of things, and no one ever knows about it.
Exactly.
So yeah.
And there's also a lot of people with shady past that live in that area that have since been arrested for different things that have, you know, still been, every now and then they're thought of as possible suspects, but, you know, they have no proof that any of them were involved in it, but, you know, some of them have been.
He said they have no proof. Remember that for later. Moving along.
Into child molesting also.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, the red flags just keep coming.
Yeah. I was thinking about drowning at the swimming hole, but the 15-year-old boy was there with him. And
Yes.
Okay. So what I want to say about these two things is anyone in the chat, there's no wrong answer. Please inform me of this. We all are in a true crime community. We all, you're subscribed to a lot of people. I'm subscribed to a lot of people. This is, you know, you guys already know where I'm going with this. I need to know in what case, either it's been covered in true crime by creators or have you seen it on the media? What case, right? What case have we seen where parents have owed so much money to, they had such a drug debt, like this super steep drug debt that they have. I want someone to name me one case that they've had this huge drug debt that they have literally sold their children for the drug debt. I just want to know. I want to know why. And if you can tell me that, what case have we covered that someone had such a high amount of drug debt that they have sold their kids to the drug dealers? This is why we think, because of this case, this is why we think that this is the same reason, this is the same circumstance in that case where we can compare it to Don and Candace Wells. Can anyone tell me anything about that? I would like to know, and I could stand wrong. 0, huh? Let me move one further. What other case do we know now, if it's been covered on YouTube in the entire true crime, or you have saw in the media? Don't get slick and try to Google it on me. No, you personally have seen a case that you have witnessed with your own eyes that the parents had a drug debt. They didn't sell it to the drug dealer. Remember, that was the first example. They had such an esteemed debt to the drug dealer that they just said, I can't pay it. I can't pay it. I don't want you to kill me, but what I'm going to do is, how about you take Summer? Can we compare that to any other case? But there's even more extreme conspiracy people that'll go like this. They cut the drug dealer out of the game. And people, if you've been in addiction, this should be comical at this point. It's a whole bunch of grandmas that don't understand this life. They're listening to people that are younger than them, telling them how the game goes. Well, unfortunately, that's not how the game goes. There's not a drug dealer in town that's going to say, you owe me for that dope. Give me the kid. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. What is the drug dealer going to do with the kid? He would then have to have a plug or a connection. Just because someone sells dope, I sold dope for years, went to prison behind it. I had no connections with fucking human trafficking organizations. No, I got dope, pills, all type of shit from guys who were connected with drugs. So what I would do is take my money to these guys who were selling it to me at a low cost and give them large amounts of money for large amounts of drugs. Then I would take the drugs, drive it back to this way, and I would then proceed to sell it for a higher amount of money to people who don't have the connection that I did. And then I would make a, wait for it, profit. Never, in every part of me drug dealing career. Did child trafficking somehow, some way intervolve in this? No. Absolutely no. Let's just say someone throws a monkey wrench from the bushes. Yes, you did. Okay. Because you were there and you're right. You caught me red-handed, just like you've been doing Don and Candace. So now I go to the drug dealer and say, hey, I got $4,000. Let me get, 2,000 blues, 2,000 Roxys, because I'm going to take them because you're selling to me them at $8 a piece. I'm going to drive back over here and get 20 a pop for them. But just one time, because you're right, my plug goes, well, I don't got that many, but you can get this kid. This is by your account. Okay, give me the kid. Give me the kid. Where can I? What's up? How many? Nah, I only got 4 left, but I got a kid. No? No? All right. Call me back? Okay. How many? Oh, I got like a couple. I got this kid, though. No? Come on. Are you half price? Like, what planet are you from? What planet? But take me out of it. Not that I didn't live that life or anything, but what case in the history of true crime can we say, well, this is why we are thinking that Don and Candace are doing said thing? Oh, what was that? What was that? Oh, none? That's what However, on a different point, sometimes tragedy pimps will tell you this. Now, they won't give you a real life example like that, but they'll sell it to you to feed off your conspiracies. But in all reality, if we really peel back the layers on this thing, imagine watching Doug, the lab, Chris McDonough, a bunch of grandmas with 0 teeth, menopause, and what have you, and then writing a book. Moving along. Let me check the comments. I'm very interested to see if anyone can tell me a case. Now, if you tell me the case, I'm sure there's one out there Googleable. You're going to have to tell me what creator presented it to you and lots of information about it. You're not going to state a case. You're going to tell me where you watch it on YouTube, why it's relatable to Don and Candace, what media sources you've watched it on. Oh, wait. It's ridiculous, Carol. It is fucking ridiculous. People who do dope. Do dope. You know why? If we keep going, you want the kid? Nope. Because they are dope sick. They want to get a fix. They don't want a kid. And they're not, just because they're on drugs, doesn't make them weird. They don't want to do weird things to kids. No. I'm going to continue to break this shit down until common sense resides in the brain. I swear to God I will. Oh, absolutely, Don. Absolutely. Thank you, chat. My bad, Don. Oh, my bad. You texted me too. My bad. It's there for you. Let me call Donald. Hey, I didn't see your comment. I dropped it. I dropped the link. Yeah. Yeah, I dropped the link. I didn't see the comment. I dropped it. Wait, how many? You want the kid? All right. How many? What was that? $5. Red card. Look out. Breaking news. 10 TBI calls already. 10 TBI calls. 10 TBI calls and 6 clips tomorrow. Watch that. He's coming up. What's going on? Good job, Moz, tonight. Good job. Couple comments. I'm gonna let Don speak because he deserves it. And catch up on his comments. Thank you, Boomer Baby, for showing me that. But seriously, people. Seriously. As we wait for him, I want to reset to my next point on this. This moron. So where we at? A couple more comments. It's serious though. It doesn't work like that. In all seriousness, it doesn't work like that. And I don't look, people. Let me say this before Don comes up. YouTubers will run game on you. Josh from the lab has sold drugs before. If you haven't heard the 7-hour recording of him crying, Doug's been in trouble for drugs. Voices Behind the Wall has been through addiction. A lot of them have. They know what they're doing and playing games with gullible people. What's happening, Don?
Hey, not much.
Did you hear my were you listening?
Yeah, what an idiot. Yeah, I just figured, he's just like all the rest of the tragedy pimps, but this guy comes, acts like he's a Christian and all this stuff, but he's doing the same thing the tragedy pimps are all doing.
Exactly.
Pretty wild.
What's weird is he has and please, I'm saying this. Please don't take this any type of way. I don't mean it. I don't mean it. It's not my words. But he's calling you and Candace to be prime suspects, and you guys have done this foul play or whatever. Then on his own YouTube channel, he's talking about sometimes people have to die, this and that. Well, what the hell did you write a book for? If you're claiming that Don and Candace did the unthinkable, then but you make a YouTube video, dude, you're a walking contradiction. And I don't think that, but I'm just explaining how moronic this guy is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's crazy. I got a huge lightning storm hitting right now.
You do? I can see some in the background.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this asshole?
Oh, man, there went the power. Woo. That was crazy.
Is it a hurricane?
Golly. Huh?
Damn, you can hear it. A lot of love in the chat.
But yeah, he's just another tragedy pimp. That's all this guy is. He hasn't got a clue. Didn't do no investigative work, like you said.
He did no work.
Just another moron.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen. I know for a fact, and I'm gonna break it down. This guy literally watched tragedy pimp true crime YouTubers, and he's done a lot of what a lot of people have done and gone through these wormholes and panel hop and all the game rooms, and then he just came up with his own conclusion of the case. But at the end of this interview I'm playing, he literally says the words. He's complaining about the review. Did you see the part where I put the reviews on there and read them out?
Yeah, that was awesome.
He's really mad. He's mad about the reviews, and he says the entire book is documented facts. What?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he's an
idiot. Yeah, totally.
Listen,
well, I hope he gets what he deserves. That's all I know.
Don, look, I want to clear something up. I was going to do it on the panel, but now that you're here, when he brings up Rose Bly in this book, right?
Right. Yeah.
Before you say anything, I called you before I did this live, and I have never heard what you told me on YouTube.
Right.
So I'm gonna tell you the consensus of what people think about Rose Bly on YouTube, and you correct anything that is not the norm. Okay. So here I go.
Okay. All right. Okay.
The consensus of true crime YouTubers, including the author of this book. Rose Bly is another member that randomly disappeared from Tennessee, which happens to be a family member of the Wells. And we don't know if she's dead or alive, and she's been gone for X amount of years. What can you correct from that statement?
Okay. I'm sorry.
Did you hear it?
I had a phone call coming in, but yeah, yeah, she was in Wisconsin when all this happened. You know, yeah.
Wait a minute. Let me stop you there.
Yeah.
Has anyone on YouTube who you've dealt with ever clarified that she was from Wisconsin, which is states away from Tennessee, a different state for missing people than where Summer went missing from?
Yeah.
I've never heard that before, and I could be wrong. Chat, help me out. I'm led to believe that Rose and Summer both went missing from Tennessee. I never knew until tonight that she was actually missing from Wisconsin.
Yeah. Yeah. And we was living in Arkansas.
You were in Arkansas at that time? Your audio cut off. Checking. Are you saying checks? You're saying so they have then checks? No volume, bud.
I guess I got a tornado warning on my phone. That's why it cut out.
You're cool. Okay. So I can stand corrected. Checking said some people have stated that. I personally never heard that before until tonight. But then again,
Right.
I've stopped listening to a lot of people covering the case.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Checking. Thank you. I'm gonna I never heard that.
Yeah.
People are saying be safe.
Yeah, we were living in Arkansas at the time when Josie was just a baby. So this has been about 12 years ago when Rose disappeared. You know, they found her vehicle. As far as I can remember, they found her vehicle, and she had 3 young children at home. And there's no way she would have left her babies or whatever. So she was definitely taken, in my opinion, anyway, by somebody. They've never found any. Yeah, in Wisconsin.
Has that's on Candace's side, right?
Yeah, that was Candace's sister. Yes.
Let me ask you this, has Wisconsin been more have they been better with like updates or notification with that case versus TBI, or about the same?
Well, I mean, they just don't have anything to go on. There's just absolutely nothing, just like Summer's case, absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
There's just nothing. Just, yeah, it's horrible.
There was a situation with my brother when he passed, and I had to speak with a detective about something because, I'll tell you, when he overdosed, I about went to jail because this guy went to the hospital, and I got word that he had sold my brother the stuff. So I told my mom, I'm like, I'm about to kill this dude, and she was like, do it. And I almost did it. Noel stopped me. Well, my other friend He's a fighter. I've talked about him with Doug. He actually was at the hospital at the same time. He's holding me back. But I had to speak with a detective about certain things. The thing is, I know it's a completely different thing, but my point is, I had to call this guy a lot. He would never call me for updates, but if I called him, he would give me. It was useless to call him. He would just give me like the runaround. He was a nice dude. It was a black detective, but he just wasn't like vocal, or he wasn't like letting me know anything. He was never calling me. I had to call him. He called me one time. But is that the same thing with Summer and Rose? Like you got to call them?
Well, I mean, for a long time, I mean, you know, they were questioning us. I think they thought a lot in lines. I'm not sure. You know, there was all kinds of things going through their minds, I'd say. You know, and they've checked out a lot. It's just been, I mean, because like people say, you know, usually it's the parents that, you know, and I guess that's understandable. And it's hard to, you know, try to convince people that, you know, we love our children and we would never do anything to harm our kids. And it's hard to convince people of that.
No, it's not. It's not. Every parent in your situation, you're not prime suspects like this asshole says or JLR says. Everybody who knew Summer, around Summer, is going to be a suspect. It's just what it is until there's an arrest. There's no, I've said this a million times. Jody Sue had this lady literally said, "I've been cleared," and people believed her. And then the comments come over, well, why aren't Don and Candace cleared? Those comments have actually stopped by me stating this, but everybody is a suspect until there's an arrest, and then everybody's cleared of foul play or foul play or mistreatment or whatever. Everyone gets cleared once there's an arrest. They don't individually clear people. It's the dumbest thing. Same question to anybody watching this on the replay. If you have, just give me the case that you know where parents sold her for drugs, human trafficking. Just let me know the case. But also, let me know the case that you were paying attention to, that the FBI was just doing announcements. Jody Sue's been cleared. Andy, he's been cleared. Candace, cleared. Tim Muck, cleared. It doesn't go like that. It does not go like that.
No, it doesn't. Everybody's still a suspect, and like we was talking about on shares yesterday, you know, the CPS was here 24 hours prior to Summer's disappearance, and they shut down the case because some moron called and said that we was giving our kids loaded guns to play with. And they come up here and they was here for, I don't know, a month or two, drug testing us, everything in the world. And they closed the case 24 hours prior to Summer's disappearance. And then, you know, so then 24 hours later, almost exactly, is when Summer disappeared. So in my mind, you know, CPS has been here in our ass. After Summer's disappearance, they reopened the case, said they had to reopen the case because of what's going on. They've been in our ass a month or two prior to Summer's disappearance and all over the place since then. And so in my mind, they're suspects.
Right.
They're just as much suspect as Jody Sue or anybody else in my mind.
Jody Sue is she is a special person. You know, Don, listen. Apparently she sporadically has been remembering things. You know, she couldn't tell the media this 2 years ago, but she's been remembering things out the blue. I mean, you might want to hire
her. Yeah. The funny thing is, she was, you know, down there on the road when Candace went down there looking for Summer. I mean, frantically looking for her daughter. I mean, she was down there. I mean, that's.
Yeah.
You think she would have seen something?
Her boyfriend's Andy, right?
Yeah. Well, no, her ex-husband is Andy.
Andy, I'd like to have him on the panel.
Yeah, I meant to stop by his house and talk to him. I might do that tomorrow. And
Tell him come on up. You know the house.
okay, yeah, for sure. Hey, I need to talk to him anyway about a few things.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's doing really good since he's
I
got
don't know
away from
what
her.
Listen, I followed the case and I had I had like a bad opinion in the beginning, but there came the point to me where like I was talking about different things, Kylie Rodney, and I just like stopped watching Summerwell's videos because of all the drama and stuff before I knew you guys. But I do remember his name, and then I knew he was associated with Jody Sue. I just never dug in deep with it. But I listened to a couple of his videos, and he seems like a decent dude.
Yeah, well, I mean,
he's honest reaction. People try to ask him about, well, why haven't Don and Kent? People, all the haters will like go to him and call and say, were Don and Candace, were they give a shit? Were they looking? And he'll be like, no, I think they were in shock. He's like, you could tell they were in shock. But I respect his, honesty and stuff as far as I know. I don't want him to be one of these people that switches up and, I hate to say that, and then he does some crazy shit. Hopefully not, but from what I can see now, he's all right.
Well, if he does, he does. I mean, the truth always stands. Thank God for that, and so no worries, no worries at all. But can you imagine being married to Jody Sue for all them years? Oh, it's no wonder he didn't lose his mind.
Yeah, I'd have blew my brains out on day 2.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I wasn't waiting for the divorce. I'm just going to end it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. She's nuts.
Yeah.
Did you see my thumbnail last time? Here's some cleavage to cover the lies.
All right.
But crazy. She's out. Listen, I was telling people, bro, my neighbors, there's not a neighbor, not in this neighborhood, not in any fucking neighborhood I ever lived in. Not even my bunkie in jail could make a video, a channel, and talk about me for 2 years. Well, maybe the one in jail. But no one else
right?
talk about 2 years.
Yeah. Not even in prison where you have nothing to do. Absolutely.
Yeah. But listen, even my bunkie in jail, like you live, you eat, sleep, shit, and everything with this guy. He knows everything about your life. He couldn't. It'd be hard for him to talk about me for 2 years.
That's for sure.
You know what I mean? But this lady swears she knows what type of underwear you're wearing right now. If you're footballing, if they're Hanes, if it's a thong, if Prayer Garden wants to smell a thong, he knows it all.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I don't even know Jody Sue. I've only met her a few times.
Oh yeah, Don, I gotta clear this up.
Yeah.
I was telling people this. Here's the thing with Prayer Garden. The consensus of YouTube is she's in love with the dick pic, right? But here's the thing. Here's the thing. What I had said was Benny Keys has stated in the past that he's got your phone. He's made these thumbnails with the bag. So what I said was he did indeed get Don's phone. And when he had his phone, he took a picture of his Winsky and he tried to put it on for your wallpaper. But what had happened was he accidentally sent it to Tiffany Marie and at the same time on a group text, Prayer Garden. So she's been finger banging herself the entire 2 years. Benny, stop.
Oh my goodness.
My theory. Everyone has theories.
Right. I heard that. That sounds like a pretty good theory to me.
They all have them. It's mine. I'm sticking with it.
That's right. Yeah. I heard that. Well, I appreciate you guys very much. I really do. And I appreciate you hanging in there for Summer Wells. And hopefully one day, the truth will come out. And I just want you all to know I really do appreciate you for actually having some common sense, unlike no common sense. True crime.
Yeah, we gotta laugh, Don. I listen. People get mad. I have you on here. I joke, but what am I
Right.
gonna do? Should
Right.
I ask you the same 7,000 questions you've been asked already?
Right. No.
I mean, seriously. I just try to make fun of these people. I know where you stand. You got my support. You know that.
Right. I appreciate y'all. But I guess I better jump off here and get ready for work tomorrow.
All right, brother. I'm gonna keep
All right.
reviewing the asshole. Be safe. Hey, what is that? A hurricane? What do you got? What are you going through right now?
It's well, we had a tornado warning, but I think it's passed now. It's just a bunch of big storm clouds that circled around, and I guess they kind of went around me. But it was pretty intense there for a minute. But yeah, it's hitting Kingsport right now hard.
Right on.
But anyway,
let me ask you a question real fast while I got you on here. Let me see, real fast, last question.
No problem.
See where this guy lives at. This guy, his name is this friggin' priest. This guy I got on the screen. Hold on. I think he has it in his bio. Let me just see real fast. He is from. Did you hear me call his church?
Where is it?
Did you hear me leave my answer? The voicemail.
I don't know.
You gotta rewind it. Pretty good. All right. He says he's from. Do you have any idea where the first district of Tennessee is at?
I don't. First district of Tennessee? I don't.
I don't know either. I'm in like the 37th district of Florida. It's politics. We know.
I mean, usually they're called towns in this area, like
I don't know
Kingsport or Blunttville or all different towns. I've never heard of them called a district. Yeah, he's being a weirdo when he says something like that.
Yeah, for sure. All right, bro. I'm gonna keep reviewing this guy. Be safe. Get inside the house. Get rest. And
I appreciate you all. God bless. I'm gonna get off here.
All right, bro.
All right. God bless. Thank you. Bye.
Later. Okay. A lot of people worried about Don's well-being. That's good. I'm under the trees by a dumpster. You really live in your car? No one's making fun of that. I'm just trying to catch up with you though. Toaster oven. So what? You're homeless? Yeah, toaster oven. What's your story? What's your story? Here, hit the link. Tell us about it. Oh, God. Okay, never mind. Doug, you don't get the link. Nope. Actually, come on up. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up, toaster oven. Let's talk about it. No? Yeah, I know it is. Let him come up, though. Oh, I know it's a troll. But let him come up. All right, somebody give him a timeout if he won't come up. All right, anyway, he, she, pronouns, whatever, broomsticks, whatever, timeout. Anyway, let's get back to this person. this asshole. Okay, let's get not too much longer, guys. Stick with me. Here we go. So we talked about the sister. No one can tell me a case. I want to show you some more crazy shit this guy says. Let me just find my notes. Okay, 32 minutes and 55, 32. So the Rose Bly, he talks about Rose Bly, which I kind of already covered with Don. So Don, I didn't expect Don to come up. So I was going to show like a Rose Bly clip, but instead of that, so we kind of talked about it because he talks about Rose Bly. And I didn't know that people have said that. So my mistake. I don't want to put out misinformation. My mistake. I haven't heard that. I trust Checking's judgment. This asshole says it. That's why that was my that's where I was going with that. But as long as the people understand that that Rose wasn't from Tennessee, like this asshole says, she went missing from Wisconsin. It's a different state. You know, and I'll be fair. Let me be very fair right now. I'm gonna be completely fair. I always roast people with their theories and this and that with the Wells. Let me be fair and honest. This is what led me down a wormhole with Don and Candace, and I believe it does a lot of people. I did not know till tonight that it was a different state. Okay. If you and that brings people down this wormhole, and there's all these tragedy pimp videos, this and that. But at the, just take it away from Don and Candace for a second. If I, God forbid, lost the kid, and 10 years ago, God forbid, in a different state, one of my relatives was missing as well. It does look like there is something going on there, especially when there's YouTubers saying, well, was she trafficked for? He's doing drugs. Did he owe so much that he sold her for the drugs? I mean, the other one's gone. It's happened before. Come on, people. But let me get to this one. This is going to be. This is the real reason. This is why I had the trailer going. This is his inspiration for the book, if you will. Listen to who he praises. This guy is so clueless, it's unreal. Okay, the red flags on this. We just had Don on this channel. We've had Don a lot. When I first started talking to Don, Drug No Thanks Investigates swore up and down that Don was going to lie to me and I was going to get frustrated with Don. I have never said something that Don has told me that was a lie, and someone made an exposed video or a clip about it, that how Don lied to me. Never. It's never happened. Don's never lied to me. This guy, as a pastor, he's a pastor. He claims he is. He's claiming that, he's saying that Don and Candace are Such horrible people because they've been on panels drunk before. He's a pastor. I don't believe he's a pastor. This is why I tagged a friend of mine in the description, Jesus Saves All. He's been on my panel a few times, a real pastor. Because you know why? A pastor sits down with people who are grieving. Because when the worst thing in life that can happen to you is you lose your own kid. And when that happens, for the people in the audience that have been through this, you yourself know people change. If Don and Candace hit the bottle, and let's just say they got high, if that's it, they're doing good. And as a pastor in your community, you're going to deal with these situations where parents lose their children. And you're going to see the same patterns because it's the hardest thing in life to deal with. It's going backwards. You're supposed to lose your mom or your dad and live on. It's not supposed to go backwards. That's why parents lose their shit. And sometimes, yeah, they do the mistakes Don and Candace did. They get a pass. How do I know this? It's happened in my family, in my life, right in front of me. But as a pastor, this should be something that you've seen a million times. And you should be able to give the advice and guidance to stop a parent from doing this. You shouldn't be on a podcast ridiculing them. Man, you're a shitty pastor, bro. I'm just saying. Let's hear why he wrote the book. His main reasons, if you will. His main reasons. Okay, I'm actually this whole live was dedicated to this guy. I'm gonna agree with him at the end here and kind of conclude this. Let's have a listen. He's talking about tragedy pimps. He's not including himself. He sounds like Jody Sue right now. Jody Sue calls everyone tragedy pimps. Just because someone has a true crime channel does not make them a tragedy pimp. People who cover true crime for the wrong reasons and exploit situations are. You guys know who tragedy pimps are. He's mad because people are writing reviews on his book and they're calling him a tragedy pimp. So he's turning it back and saying, oh, everyone's tragedy pimps. But I'm not mad at what he says right here. Let's have a listen. Yes, without a doubt, I hate all of them, Steve. That this is correct. We do kind of hate each other. Okay, you got me here. You got the whole rest of your fuck shit. I'm not with you. Finally, we came to listen. I like talking to people that I don't agree with, Steve. We come to agreement right here. 100% facts. What he just said. Facts. I've been talking about this for a long time, Mr. Steve. Summer's Army doesn't do a fuck thing but attack the family, kind of like you. Now, you could possibly be the leader because all of Summer's Army does is say that they're Summer's Army. They don't hang posters. They don't share her pictures. They'll make like YouTube channel names with Summer's Army in it. But they don't. They do the same thing that you did, Steve. They watch tragedy pimps. And they say that they're Summer's Army. We'll go 2 for 2. We'll go 2 for 2. Steve, it's a little bit more than a few, Steve. 98% of your friggin' reviews are. People, this guy just said his book was full of documented facts and then had the balls to get mad at people writing reviews on his book. I didn't know Don was going to come up. I was on here talking a lot. I was going to review a little bit more of this thing. But in recap here, the guy self-admits he's a pastor. He's a Mason. He's got pictures with him and the Pope. If you're a pastor, why are you ridiculing a family who you think murdered their child? And then you have a video on one of your YouTube channels that says sometimes in the name of Jesus, people need to be murdered. Dude, you're a walking contradiction. You don't know what a tragedy pimp are. You're a tragedy pimp. You're watching tragedy pimps and you decided to write a book. But the joke is on everyone who bought the book. And I'll come clean. Guess who bought the book? Coming shortly. A little review. Because I know that Steve Holder doesn't like people reviewing his book. He does copyright strikes. I hope you get mad. I hope you do those copyright strikes with passion. Because that's what I do it for. The family with passion. Because people, you don't think they get mad when they got to watch an interview like this? You literally said your book is documented facts. What in the fuck have you said that law enforcement has not already said, dude. You're watching YouTube videos, calling people prime suspects, talking about a whole bunch of fuck shit that you've seen on YouTube, praising Chris McDonough. Dude, I really hope to God, since you're a pastor and all, I hope to Jesus you watch this video. I tagged you. I've done everything to get your attention. I hope you watch it. If you're a real Christian and you watch this video and your feelings are hurt and your face turns red and you read the comments, I hope that God, you do what an author does and does your real homework. I gave you and put pictures up of all these tragedy pimps and things they have done. I could say it funny, yeah, but it's all true. It's all true. Look up the dude that put the broomstick in the dude's ass. I know you watch his videos. The one dude, I didn't even talk about one time his ex-wife walked in and he was getting sucked off by the brother-in-law. That would be an abomination in your church. I know by listening to that whole interview that you believe a lot what he says. Make it make sense, Steve. Make it make sense. You can't, bro. You can't. What's up, mama?
That was completely muted the whole time.
I was muted?
The video. So we heard nothing.
Oh, are you
saying? And I've been trying to tell you in chat, so I thought, hell, I'll just go up and hit the link and tell them.
God damn it. All right.
I'm sorry, but yeah, I had to let you know because it's been a great live and I don't want your point
All
to
right.
not get across.
Well, I'm not even, I'll replay it. Thank you, Jagan. I love you.
Okay.
I love you.
All right. I'm out of here.
I
Love you
saw a lot
too.
of
Bye.
faces now. All right. Thank you. Well, listen, let me play it. No, I got to play it. Thank you, Chex. Thank you. So basically all he says is it's all documented facts. Well, hold on. How long did I play it? I'm not editing this. I don't dirty delete. It is what it is. Okay, where we at? Okay, 30s. All right, I'm going to let it. Damn, the whole fucking thing was muted. That was stupid. All right, 37. But not as stupid as writing the book. 37, 35. And then we're going to put these. Then we're going to decide on what I'm going to buy next. Because I did get some donations this live. And we're going to buy something right on live.
To know the story about Summer Wells, who is still missing to this day. Is she alive? Is she dead? We don't know.
Yeah, where is she?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Well,
Lol.
When I talked to you previously and we had talked about coming on the show, I decided, like I said, I didn't want to know the whole story because I wanted to, hear go through the explanation and kind of learn about it in the interview. But I did kind of take a peek on YouTube just to see kind of who was talking about it. It does seem like there were quite a few people who had kind of taken up the case on YouTube, like you mentioned before, kind of like some YouTube detectives. And it also seemed like there was kind of some drama or kind of debate that was kind of going between the circles, the people who are investigating this, and like how have people been receptive to your book? Have you talked to any of the other people that are doing any of the videos or writing about this, and how is that going?
Yeah, I've done one interview on YouTube about it. As far as the reviews on Barnes and Noble, has 5 stars, and on Amazon, I think it's 3.7 now, something like that. And that's another thing. There are some people, YouTube people, that were really, really against the story, the book coming out. Now, most people have been received it very warmly, and rightfully so, because all they're trying to do is raise awareness. But anyway, some of these YouTubers, or a lot of people call tragedy pimps, they do their shows and they have subscribers and they put up their Cash App and they put up, you can subscribe, join my Patreon, and they make money off of this story, and they get angry at anybody else that takes attention off of them.
Yeah,
They hate each other. They hate each other. They cuss each other constantly.
That's their money.
They all want to act like they're the leaders of Summer's Army. I mean, they even call it Summer's Army. And they all say, well, I'm the only one that really represents Summer. The rest of you people are just tragedy pimps, and you're not credible.
But they're all doing the same thing.
A few of those people decided to go on Amazon and give me a bad score, bad review. And they go so far as to say, do not buy, it's full of lies, which is not the truth. It is full of documented facts.
People, that is such horse shit. And it's a lot. How nothing he says is documented facts. He's providing no new information. People, what you understand is, first, there's a shitload of bad reviews. Second, he's watching friggin' tragedy pimps and wrote a book. That's it. That's all this guy did. Exactly, checking. Exactly. Joanne, we've been on a minute. You might have to rewind back. How are you? I'm making a review. Trust and believe it. I have to just make what I'm going to do is make a troll Amazon account. What I was going to leave a comment for this live, but then I'm going to say, I don't want to put my name on it. So I'm going to go like, my name is, what's this guy's name again? What the hell's his name? My name is Steve Holder, greatest Mason of all time, tragedy pimp. And then I'm going to leave a message. Then I'm going to leave a fucking comment. So when people go to buy it, they're going to know he's a Mason. This guy is, people, look, I don't like to I'm not trying to ever make fun of a pastor or a man of faith. It's never what I'll do. I respect those guys. Something is not adding up with this guy, and you see it. What I think this guy is, man, is I'm going to keep it real with you. When I was in confinement in prison, so in confinement in prison, it is the prison underneath the prison. It's where the worst of the worst go. You know, if you get into a fight, they put you in the box, confinement. And or if you break the rules inside there, you go to prison, or you go to confinement, and it really, really sucks back there. You'll lose your mind. If you ever seen the movie Wilson, where Tom Hanks is talking to the coconut or whatever the hell it was, the ball, I made a Wilson. I wrote a fucking smiley face on my toilet paper roll, and I would talk to him. Hey, what's going on? What are you gonna do? I don't know. I'm gonna whack off again. That's all you can do with there. One time I broke my own personal record. I whacked off like 11 times in one day. I was like nut in the air. It wasn't even coming out. It's nothing to do. I try to read the Bible. I read the Bible 15 times. Still don't understand it. There's nothing to do in there. Push-ups. They only give you a shower every 3 days. So you're like waiting for a shower. You're so bored. You're like, oh yeah, shower night. And the whole night you're excited about the shower. They got a trick for that too. They got freezing cold or steaming hot. And when I talk about steaming hot, it's hot. It is fucking crazy back there. It is, I've done videos about this. You got to go way back on the channel. If you really want to know about it, look. But, it gives me goosebumps just talking about it. But in confinement, you have to keep yourself sane, mentally sane, physically tough. In prison, mentally tough. In prison, I'm hitting weights. I'm physically, I was fighting. I'm running. My cardio was right. White boy was a wrecking you don't want no problems with. That's one white boy who's going to push back and give you the problem that you're looking for every single time. Because in prison, you got to be somebody that you're really not. That's just how it is in prison. I don't like to physically fight a lot of people. I will if I got to. Here out here on the streets, you got to really get under my skin for me to put my hands on you. And I'm not gonna. I'm smart enough to know if this is gonna go down, you're gonna get in trouble. And I'm just gonna beat you up, and then you're gonna get in trouble. So you're gonna probably have to swing on me first, right? It's just the way that I'm gonna have to do it. I got a record. So I have to live like that. But in prison, you gotta be somebody that you're not. Like you gotta you listen, it's a land of testosterone, the land of bullies. You're surrounded by master manipulators, and you're surrounded by chomos and weirdos and killers and gang members, and everybody's tough and hard and about that life. And so you can't let disrespect slide like that. Out here, I'll let it slide. I'll let it really slide until I have to defend myself. And then I'm gonna smash you because I'm not gonna get in trouble. You are. But inside there, you can't think like that. The second you have to think about it, you should have already done something about it. Because if you don't, your future will depend on that moment that you thought about. So you have to be aggressive. There is no defense. It's only offense. It is the land of the bullies. So I got myself into a lot of trouble in prison, but I made myself a reputation where after so many times, they just didn't fuck with white boy. They fucked with the other white boys, but they ain't fuck with this white boy. They knew. But inside of confinement, you will lose your mind. Sure, I could whack off 11 times and nut air, but that could happen in like the course of 3 hours. I don't know. There's like 18 more or whatever, 21 more to kill for the day. You have to keep yourself mentally strong. You can read the Bible, but they don't give you any other books. So you got to figure out ways to keep your mental game strong, because you will be talking to a toilet paper roll. You will. Listen, one time I had this bunkie and he was pissing me. He kept farting. I'm like, bro, you're going to have to stop farting. The room was only so big. Put your ass on the toilet and hit the button. I'm tired of smelling your shit. He was a young jit. He thought it was funny to keep farting. I'm like, bro, look here. I'm telling you, bro, stop farting. You get farting. I said, okay, don't worry about it. I got his cup. When they drop the flap and they push the tray out through there. But you keep your cups. You take your cup and you put it through the slap and they put the juice in there. And then you have to turn it sideways. You spill half the juice. It's a trick to it. You're like, all right, fill me up, and do it really fast. So you spill a quarter of the juice. Right? It's really hot back there. No air conditioning. If you're a rookie and you don't do it fast, you spill half of it. No, you gotta be in context with it. But I said, dude, stop farting on me, bro. Stop farting, bro. I'm telling you right now, stop farting. I'm stressed. There's that shit going on in the house. My mental game's not good. I said, bro, stop farting on me, bro. The dude kept farting on me. I said, bro, listen here. I'll tell you one more time. Stop farting on me. He kept farting. Okay, no, don't worry about it. He went to go to sleep. I took his cup. I hit the toilet. I shit in his cup. I put it back in his locker. Swear to God. I swear to God. I was bored. So they call lunch. I swear to fucking God. They call lunch. Chow. Hell's yeah, food. And we jump down. We get the tray. Dude's like, bro, you shit in my cup? I said, bro, I told you stop farting on me. The game was over. He didn't want to play no more. No more farting on white boy. He took his hiney and put on the toilet and put the water button on. Motherfucker, I told you stop farting. You got to keep your mental game strong. And that's how it is. But the meat and potatoes of this one is, there's only so many times you can shit in the cup. What you got to do is, I used to do these Bible studies. And I was doing these Bible studies. And I was writing everybody in my life I possibly could. Fucking hey, if I was in prison now with my subscribers, the shit would be easy. I'd be writing everybody a letter. I'd be getting letters everywhere, writing everybody. But I was shitting in cups. Shit had been farting on me. So long story of that one is he left the room. I don't know what happened. He decided to leave. So I had the room to myself. That's when I wrote the jack off record, just to be clear. But I was really going crazy. But I was doing these Bible studies in the back of the book. You do the Bible study and you mail it in. And the preacher man gets it and he grades you. He writes you a little passage and he mails it back to you. And then you take the next Bible study, the next course, and so on and so on. You mail it back to him. He's mailing you. Now there's something to look forward to, right? So after so many studies, he actually grades you. You do the Bible studies, and then there's no more to do. So they try to encourage you by saying, hey, look, you're doing really good on this. You're actually doing very good. You can become an ordained minister. Here is the next information and package to do. It's all free. They pay for the postage. It's a no-win. But I stopped. Because to me, I was killing time and I didn't really understand the Bible like that. I had to pray on understanding the Bible. I could read the Bible, but it's so hard to understand the Bible. I could read the Bible, but not understand it. But I understood the questions that I was getting for the Bible studies enough to get graded on. I didn't get hundreds or nothing, but I was doing pretty well. But it wasn't for me to be an ordained minister. In my heart, I didn't understand enough about the Bible to take the next step. And if I would have took the next step, I probably could have pimped the system and became an ordained minister. But I'm not playing with God like that. Ain't no way in hell. But don't think for 1 second people aren't in there playing with God. The meat and potatoes of this is people become pastors. They go to those correct colleges and all this, and they do it the right way. And I'm not mad at anybody or anyone who has become a pastor. There is an easy route to become one. I could have done it. It's not my heart to do it. And the little bit of the Bible that I did know at the time, you can't be doing false prophets, man. You can't be a false prophet. You can't be preaching, say that you know the word and you don't know. That's a big, big sin. So I did not play with that. Guys do it left and right inside the prison system. I'm not saying this guy did. But what I'm telling you is this guy, he don't seem like a legit pastor to me. Maybe he is. His actions don't align with what he says he does. It took for me to not do the next thing because I knew it would be against God. And I don't know where he's at. But he's not acting like a Christian, is all I'm saying. And I'm not a perfect Christian. That's why I tagged somebody who I think is a good Christian in this video. Hopefully he'll watch it. And hopefully he'll give us some clarity. I'm going to leave it in his hands. I can give you my review about this guy and how I think he's being a trashy pimp on Don and Candace. And for that, I have my view. You guys, I'm sure, agree with me. But I'm going to leave it to someone who I feel, I tagged them in the description. Please subscribe to Jesus Saves All. It's a friend of mine for years on YouTube. Years. He's been on this panel. He's in the description box. I'm going to leave it up to him on the faith in God side of this live to tell me what he thinks, because I don't know. And when I don't know, I look to people who do know. It's a true story about the cup. I've said it on YouTube. Go back on the channel. I shit in this cup. He want to play. He want to play no more. He want to play no more. It is what it is. I start calling him Shitty. I'm gonna give him a nickname. I start calling him Shitty Jitty. He didn't want to play no more. I said, hey, Shitty Jitty. He said, dude, you shit in my cup? I said, yeah, motherfucker. I told you stop farting. He's like, bro. And then he was dumped in the toilet. He had to wash it out. Oh, I was riding his ass. I'm like, bro, you're using your fingers? Oh, listen, don't go to prison. I don't glorify it. And listen here. I wish to God, I wish to God they put me in the room, confinement cell, which each tragedy pimp on YouTube. 30 days apiece. I would go in on the house. Subscribers take care of my bills. I'm gonna teach everyone a lesson. I'm straighten the whole YouTube up. I straighten the whole YouTube out. I promise you. They come out different people. No, that's 100%. I'm not saying a pastor, but I'm saying an ordained minister. I don't know the difference. I'm talking about Christians. Is like every inmate has the ability to free Christian literature of any prison in the entire United States, and they have the ability to do Bible school, to go to Bible study, Bible school, and they have the ability, free of charge, postage including, to become an ordained minister. I don't know the difference between an ordained minister and a pastor. But what I'm telling you is, this guy, I'm saying shenanigans. I'm seeing how he treats the wells, how he talks. A pastor is a man of knowledge, a man of faith, and a man of wise words. It's not what I see here. I'm not here to judge his faith. I'm just here to say tragedy pimp, shenanigans, making money off summer wells. I don't want to bring it to faith because people don't like politics and people don't like faith. But it's 2023, and God damn it, you should have both in your life, is all I'm saying. Immediately. Interesting. Paul Pelosi is the owner of the software company that counts all the election votes for the president elections. That's why I think he's attached with the hammer. That I don't believe that. I think that's false information. The election votes, the company that owned the election votes was called Dominion. It's not even a United States company, Dominion. They sued Tucker Carlson, and that's the main reason he got canceled from Fox News, because he was talking shit and telling patriots about January 6th, the truth about it, the real videos about it, and the Dominion voting machines is why Murdoch, the owner of Fox, got sued. I don't think that Paul Pelosi is the owner of that company. And he wasn't attached with the hammer. He was the one who got attacked with the hammer. I don't know about that, man. I think you got to fact check. Don't come to Whitewall Radio with politics. I am up on politics. I will run for office, and I will win something off this YouTube channel. I swear to you I will. It might be a school board. What I promise you here is Whiteboard Radio, convicted felon, will win a elected seat one day. Do not come over here talking politics if you do not know what you're talking about. Please. On that one, I'm out of here. Until the next one, screw this guy. Don't buy his book. And listen, don't be farting around people. If they tell you don't fart, you never know. You might have a cup of shit. That's what they say. Until the next one.